Hello, welcome back to Tarot by Lodestone Productions, where we help you discover your true north. I am Aditi, and this is a message for whenever this message reaches you, because Spirit is not bound to our time and space continuum, and so be nice. The only time by which we... That's not the intro. Let's try that again. Hello, welcome back to Tarot by Lodestone Productions, where we help you discover your true north. I am Aditi, and this is a message for whenever this message reaches you, because Spirit is not bound to our time and space continuum. And so, the only time by which we tell time is divine time. Dig what I'm saying? So let's check our spiritual voicemail and see what's what. Shall we? Do let's. Here we go. Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario? All right. Hey, yo, 5 of Cups. What? King of Pentacles. What? Strength. All right. Looks like we're picking up. 8 of Pentacles. Queen of Wands. And 6 of Wands. We are literally picking up where we left off, aren't we? Let's make sure everything is in the viewfinder, and all of you can scoot up just a bit. Sure can. What are you doing, pretty kitty? Oh, actually, you got room, you got room, you got room. You got room. I'm really just trying to keep this spread all compact, and the cards don't necessarily need that small bit of space now, do they? All right. All right, 5 of Cups. Are you up there? Yeah, you're up there. Okay. Shed some light on everyone. Okay, everybody's looking good. All right, so we are literally picking up where we left off yesterday. 5 of Cups, King of Pentacles, Strength. Then the 7 of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, and 6 of Wands. This loneliness that you've been dealing with, you are, instead of treating it as a punishment, you're taking the wise route and looking at what kind of lessons you've learned from this, and also what lessons can you do away with, also with the 7 of Pentacles, because what you're looking for is peace in your creative center. You want to be free to be creative. Oh, I want to break free. Yeah. And with the 6 of Wands, you will be successful in finding that balance, and also finding the lessons that you're looking for out of the separation from what you have known thus far. Okay. We've got the 7 of Swords, Ace of Swords, Empress. Okay. 8 of Wands, the World, and the 10 of Wands. Yes, a whole lot more of what was going on in yesterday's energy. These lessons, they're very difficult for sure. I'm seeing with the 7 and the Ace of Swords up top. There's cutting through the useless noise, right? Because some of this noise may be uncomfortable. But just because it's uncomfortable doesn't mean that it's not for you. One more time. Just because it's uncomfortable doesn't mean that it's not for you. Okay? You're getting this enlightenment about the things that challenge you, right? Because the only thing that's going to do, even though your desire is to be free to create, with this discomfort, it actually shows you and teaches you how to be a more efficient creator. Santa Gold. Gonna leave for the fancy things, all the attention that it brings. Tell me no, I say yes, I was chosen, and I will deliver the explosion. A more efficient creator. Blue Heart, if you know who that is. Okay, moving on. 8 of Wands, the World, and the 10 of Wands. I was just singing about breaking free, wasn't I? Yeah. Yeah, so this message is that the indicators that this cycle has reached completion, and that you can take this burden that you needed to survive this cycle and drop it. What, did you drop it? Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, swimming, swimming. What do we do? Swim. Just keep swimming with the Queen of Cups. You get to ditch that. You get to run around free. I'm free to love you. Free to love you back. Yeah. Now you've got the room to do that. With the same, with this level of oomph. Yeah, that's a good one. With the level of oomph that actually lines up with your intentions, not intestines, intentions. 4 Swords, Ace of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, 2 of Swords, and 9 of Pentacles. All right, so there's free to love with the oomph, followed by the 4 Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. You're going to be able to be comfortable. Once you get to this level, there's this comfort that you will be afforded. Also, some actual time in this head/heart space. You know, it's not one of those temporary happy things and then the other shoe drops like it may have done previously. No, not this go around. You actually get to be, what? Dude. Thank you. Coming over here stalking my book bag. There's nothing in there. Anyway, yeah, you'll be able to rest in this space for a while. And not only resting in that space, but while that's happening, there's also financial growth. Like, I know we've been hearing it a lot, and I'm not the only reader that's been saying it, but financial situations are turning around left and right. Left and right, okay? So be on the lookout. You're going to be, yeah, you're going to be in, for a lot of you, there's going to be some major financial changes. Whole lot of you. All right. Page of Pentacles. Class treasurer action. Yep. Oh, excuse me. All right. So, Page of Pentacles. This is learning how to keep the books. All right. Taking stock of what is there, what is not. Also learning a new skill / hobby. This new skill / hobby may turn into something beneficial for you. Maybe. But this is definitely like high level student vibes. So, and that's usually what pages are. Learning how to behave and how to move as a royal, as opposed to a commoner or, some kid that ain't got no responsibilities. Now the kids got responsibilities. They got to learn shit, right? So yeah, you got to learn shit. And then you've got the Two of Swords. Maybe this seems a bit overwhelming to have to be in this position. Amen. It is what it is. The decision will be made either way. Either you can make it or it can be made for you. Your call. But, choices. And then we've got the Nine of Pentacles, where it's like, it ain't bad right here. This ain't bad. It ain't bad, but you're not done. This is, yeah, it ain't bad. But you're simply not done. Queen of Swords, Three of Cups, the Tower, told you. Ace of Wands, Three of Pentacles, what? And the Three of Swords. Growth, growth, and growth. Understanding, understanding, understanding. Yep. All right. So, Queen of Swords comes in. She's for my everyday listeners. Most of the time I describe her as you need to be honest with yourself and me before you come talk to me. Right. She has hard lessons, but she is very nurturing in the lessons that she gives. You know that this change is close. It is nigh. You're seeing it. You're starting to see it all around you, right? And you might have been caught up in your own stuff last time this was happening to everyone all around you. Quite possible. But it was also happening to you. If you remember, you actually hit a quantum leap yourself back then. So when you're seeing all of these shifts and change start to happen around you, understand that it's happening with you too. And it would behoove you to be ready for it. Queen of Swords is right here letting you know, like, hey man, you ain't tripping. Like, for real. This shit is happening with you too. So just get ready. There's going to be some significant changes with how you do things, right? How you relate in social situations. There are going to be some social situations that you will never see again, because these things you have learned what you needed to learn from this, right? Ace of Wands is right behind it. Ace of Wands is literally spirit pointing over somebody's shoulder saying, yeah, that's right. This So if the Queen of Wands is coming up here telling you like you're not tripping, there are changes going on in social dynamics, period. That's the big one. And that they're going to be large, there's going to be major changes with how you socialize. Spirit with this Ace of Wands right here is like, yep, that is the absolute truth. But the change is that it's not just partying and being wasteful, right? Because with the end of this woo phase comes the building phase, is what I'm seeing with the Three of Pentacles, right? Like there are seeds here, and I know that you can't tell from this distance, but each of these swirls are also connected. Oh, hey, it's like the okay, I got it. But yeah, so while you've got these cups here, and you have the two that are connected and the one that's kind of like off on its own, but it's blooming differently. Here with the Three of Pentacles, each of the flowers are the same size, but they're also very interconnected, right? It's not just a 2-on-1 kind of thing. Now, with the Three of Swords, that talks about knowing that there are some things that you're just not going to be able to come back to. Tower. And that's also about taking time to actually honor and mourn the things that aren't going to be anymore. No, it's not easy. Necessary. Inevitable. Inevitable with the Tower. Okay. Ten of Swords. Death. Yep, there we go. Judgment. The Devil. Why is everything the devil to you, mama? Six of Cups. And a Page of Swords. Okay. So this Ten of Swords coming in, much like the Ten of Wands, a lot of these, especially for these two, because they are the sharp suits, Wands and Swords, they are, a lot of these are projections that others have heaped upon you, right? So if you are looking at your social circle and saying, hey, am I doing everything that I need to do as a member of this society to help further the progress of those that I care about? Am I giving? Am I being right? And if not, is there something that I can do about that? Right? That's very different than just readily accepting everything that is heaped upon you and believing it as though it were gospel, right? The Ten of Swords, typically it's depicted with a person that's lying face down with the 10 swords in their back, right? And usually with that image, it's like, well, you know, these swords belong to you. You can melt them down and make a super sword, blah, blah, blah. But let's just kind of dial back a minute and actually look at these swords, okay? These swords were hurled at you by people who were intimidated by light that you didn't even know you had yet. And so when the enemy was throwing these swords at you, their intention was to bring great harm to you behind your back, so that A, you don't see it, and B, you can't reach it to pull it out. And then on top of that, to overload you with so much of that you don't want to do anything but lay face down and wait for death to come. Okay? We can celebrate the Ten of Swords, sure. But while we are celebrating the Ten of Swords, let's just make sure that we are not glazing over what happens with this Ten of Swords and why this Ten of Swords comes up the way that it does. Okay? So, face down, waiting for death to show up, and death does. Death shows up with Judgment and the Devil. Now, if that is not a representation of the level of pain as well as the bargaining with self that self will do when they have 10 knives in their back and they're laying in the ground at the beach. Yeah, the devil's going to come up with some temptation. Just tell you to go into the light. Just give up. You've already taken 10 to the back. It's not like you can take any more. You don't have the strength to pull them out. I mean, death is already here. All you got to do is choose. All you got to do is choose. Judgment. Judgment is, for me, judgment is when spirit passes it down, right? Spirit's just like, okay, I saw all of this and I am ready to come down and make some changes where I see fit. If you can see here, we've got an angel. We got an angel. The angel is here with the 4 heads and all of the eyes and the 2 wheels so that it can roll in every direction without changing direction. Each of the 4 heads looks in one direction so that it can see everything 360 degrees. And then you got the other eyes and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come on, spirit. 6 wings. Legit angel. Angels coming down, changing shit. Okay? Calling up souls that have been laying here for a minute, righting wrongs, fixing shit. And if you think that the devil is not going to be there when this trumpet is being sounded, I don't think you've been reading any of the ancient texts. None of them. Because he's going to be here with death and judgment. Please believe that the devil is right there. Because the devil got to catch a couple souls too. Devil in it for bodies just like God is. So, there's that. And then we've got the 6 of Cups. Spirit is literally coming down, adjusting shit, right? Adjusting shit and trying to bring things back onto an even keel. We want reciprocity in this bitch. Period. 6 of Cups. Reciprocity, bitch. You want to be able to receive what it is that you give, right? So going back to evaluating what it is that you are actually pouring in to your social circles. Are you doing what you can to build them up? Are they doing what they can to build you up? Is it one of those, if you don't eat, we don't eat? Or is it one of those where I'm going to eat what I need to eat, and if you're hungry, then you stay hungry, right? Like, what kind of people you hanging with? What kind of people are you giving your time and your energy to? And what kind of time and energy are you giving? Are you getting back what you're putting in? 6 of Cups. Page of Swords here. It's like, oh snap, I didn't think of it that way. No, you didn't, because you weren't old enough yet. Now you are. Now you get to think of a bunch of things a different way. Now the choices that you make, because, page action, you're a little bit older. Now the choices, the decisions that you make are going to have long-term effects. Where's my Page of Pentacles? Where are you at? Yeah, So you could be stupid with money when you're a kid and you just got, a couple dollars to go spend at the candy store or some shit, right? It's different when you have like, real obligations. And now, how to manage money on a larger scale is going to be part of your regular repertoire, right? With that, in that same vein, over here with the Page of Swords, some thought processes used to work. Hell, I remember when I was younger, I used to think that if you drink beer through a straw, that you'll get drunk quicker. No, I was just drinking crappy beer. You will not catch me drinking beer out of a straw now. Absolutely not. Because I've grown up. Okay? I've learned some things. I've learned some things about myself. I've learned some things about beer. And I've also learned some things about my own chemistry and what is going to happen when I drink certain brews after a certain period of time. That's how this works. Okay? You grow up and you start, and you know better, and you start doing better. But you have reached the end of this juvenile foolishness, right? And you have atoned for the decisions that you have made in your youth and shown growth in how you come to these conclusions now. You don't have to stay stuck with some bum deal that you get from the devil because he doesn't think that you've figured out that he talks out of both sides of his neck all the time. And that the illusion of entrapment that he will put in front of you is not necessarily as ironclad as you would think. There is reciprocity. There is room for growth here. Just because it's death doesn't mean that you are done. Far from it. There's more here for you. Seven of Cups, there's more here for you. Three of Wands, there's more here for you. Nine of Wands, there's a lot more here for you, and you're going to have to work for it. Five of Swords, you're going to have to work for it, and it's going to be hard work. Just because you're growing doesn't mean that these lessons miraculously become easy. Actually, quite the opposite. They become more and more complex. They're going to start requiring more of you in order for you to grow and go through these lessons. Okay? You are going to be challenged. Your theories will be challenged. Two of Cups, and you will benefit from that. Absolutely. Who's gonna benefit from all of this growth? It be you. Yeah. And the Six of Pentacles. So, I'm talking about how you get the reciprocity with the Six of Cups. What you give out is what you put back in. And that's just from a heart standpoint. Also with the dollars. Also with the dollars. Come on, Spirit. I'm talking about, financial situations changing. Where's that Ace of Pentacles? Empress is here. There it is. That Ace. Through a lot of hard work and effort, some major changes, some really big decisions being handed down from on high, and hard work will put you in a position where, number one, you break even, but also you have enough to be able to give to others and help them along their way. How many times have you wanted to be able to give and have not been able to? You know what a blessing it is to be able to be in a position where you can help someone else out. For some of you out there, collective, it seems like a pipe dream, but the cards are saying that that energy is in your vicinity. You're in your immediate vicinity at that. All right, you got the King of Wands, Justice. There we go. Queen of Pentacles. There's a lot of work in here. We've got the Four of Cups, Ten of Cups, and the Hanged Man. Awesome. All right, so King of Wands is Mr. Unmitigated Gall. If you want my body and you think I'm sexy, come on, sugar, and let me know. That's him, right? Just brash, brazen with the mess. And, you know, once you get to that point in your life where you're just like, okay, I've reached this goal. I know I've reached this goal. I'm very proud of myself for doing it. High five me. Good job. Yeah. You know what? You're going to walk a little, you're going to walk a little straighter. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be, it's going to be that people are going to see, they're going to notice, as they should. They notice when you were struggling. Let them notice when you're thriving. You feel me? So yeah. Go ahead and give them a little bit of that street sweeper, little street sweeper energy. You busted big tookers to be here. But remember that while you're doing and operating in this big street sweeper energy, that tallies are consistently being made. With Justice here, okay, so let's come back over here, come back around to Judgment, all right? So, when Spirit is observing and has decided, okay, I've got to come in here and make some adjustments, make some changes, the changes come in the Justice. Now, you can, sometimes that comes in you holding yourself accountable for what you're doing. Like for me, Justice is when you call yourself on the carpet and you are making sure that your checks, when your checks and balances are checking and balancing, you know, you've got the heart and the feather. Yeah, you're making sure that you are doing what you need to do to stay in alignment with Source. And you're not cutting yourself any slack with this either. A lot of you are not. You guys are, y'all are riding yourselves pretty hard with that. And then we've got the Queen of Pentacles after that. As you are riding yourself really hard,